Hello and welcome to Asia Calling, your window on Asia. In today's program, as Burma opens up, victims of past human rights abuses are demanding justice. Also, we visit Sumba, a remote island in Indonesia that's turning itself into a world model of clean, green energy use. Also, bamboo bikes in the Philippines. Welcome to the program. I'm Rebecca Hinchke. "25 years ago, a pro-democracy uprising in Myanmar, known as 8888, saw over 3,000 peaceful protesters massacred by the military regime. The crackdown continues to haunt Myanmar's history, and those responsible have never been held accountable. But as Myanmar slowly moves towards democracy, activists have found themselves asking, is it time to forgive and forget?
A glimpse of a changing nation. Thousands gathered at the Myanmar Convention Centre in Yangon in August to pay tribute to the victims of mass killings during the 1988 student-led uprisings. Spectacles and events that would have been inconceivable just a few years ago are becoming the norm in Myanmar. Since a semi-civilian government took power in 2011, claiming an end to military rule, Myanmar has been moving towards democracy. But although some crimes of the past are being recognised publicly for the first time, there has still been no acknowledgement of responsibility. Human Rights Watch have called for those responsible for the killings in '88 to finally be held accountable.
It's a call that's been going on for 25 years, ever since the 1988 disturbances and the massacres in the street in Rangoon and lots of other places, that the perpetrators of these atrocities should be brought to account. And even though the country is going through a very important and complicated transition at the moment, I don't think it's possible for the country to really move forward unless those responsible for 1988 are brought to account.
25 years ago, nationwide pro-democracy protests were brutally suppressed by the army. Over the next few weeks, thousands of protesters were killed. Kin Omar was a student protester at the time.
I was just right to one block from here. I had a chance to witness the actual shooting before the midnight as the security forces came in and started firing.
Many of the generals from the former military government are still in power today. But since transition, the country has come far, and some do not want to disrupt positive changes. Many believe that forgiveness is needed for the country to move on, but some say it's not their decision to make.
In the individual case, either myself or other people, we can forgive for whatever happened to us individually. But then we don't have the right or the mandate to speak for the others. Other victims or other survivors, be the political prisoners who had to go through tortures in the prison, or be the civilians who actually had to face the extrajudicial killing. I think they have to be the one to speak of how they want the justice, how they want to see the justice done for them.
Activists say they're not looking for revenge, but calling for a chance for people to at least speak about justice freely without fear.
Those who actually carry out those abuses, the perpetrators, need to come forward. I think that the truth must be exposed.
The military in Myanmar still dominate the country, and security forces are provided power and immunity under the current constitution. They have tens of thousands of troops throughout the country, and in some border areas, abuses continue. Accountability can be a way of ending impunity.
I think people should be looking at justice and accountability in a very potentially positive way in Burma, that it can actually help the transition, put an end to continued violations on the part of the military.
But the legal system in Myanmar is still developing, and the judiciary still struggles to address the most basic of civil crimes. The process of past liability could help strengthen the legal system in a country where rule of law still needs to be established. Despite initial scepticism of the military's influence in the new parliament, Myanmar has made many positive changes in the last few years. But if the government don't take steps to show that the military can be held accountable for the past, then trusting them in the future could be difficult. For Asia Calling, this is Ali Fowle.